20 ways to create the discipline habit. Tip number 1. Make specific goals. Don't make general goals. The more specific your goals, the more realistic and easier to achieve it becomes. Tip number 2. Visualize your goals and processes. Seeing is believing. Draw, paint, or print a representation of your goals and the steps you need to take to achieve them. Tip number 3. Make yourself accountable. Write down all your thoughts, both positive and negative, as well as all activities done for the day in your journal. Tip number 4. Make yourself accountable to others. Choose an accountability buddy who will be honest and frank with you and will be 100% committed to seeing you succeed. Tip number 5. Develop good habits. Replace your bad habits with good ones. A keystone habit you should adopt is morning habit routine, which is a popular habit among the most successful people in the world. Tip number 6. Remove obstacles to your success. Don't be bogged down by obstacles that may come your way, such as mental, physical, financial, and time obstacles, as well temptations and distractions. Tip number 7. Eat healthy. Eat vegetables and protein every meal, drink plenty of water, eat smaller portions, and supplement with multivitamins. Tip number 8. Exercise regularly. Run early in the morning, preferably before breakfast, but never in the evenings before you go to bed. Tip number 9. Get a good night's sleep. Get at least 6 hours of sleep each night. Remove electronics from the bedroom. Avoid eating and drinking caffeine before bed. Tip number 10. Manage stress properly. With proper time management, you can easily avoid stress by finishing your activities early to give you time to relax. Tip number 11. Charitable activities to focus on others. Volunteer at your favorite charity to keep your mind off your problems. This will help you see your situation in a more favorable light. Tip number 12. Set your boundaries. Know what your values and limits are so you can define your space and your boundaries. Tip number 13. Learn to say no. When you say no to others, you're saying yes to yourself and to your goals. Tip number 14. Don't self-sabotage. Don't let your doubts and insecurities cloud your judgment and turn your back on your dreams and hopes for the future. Tip number 15. Conquer fear of failure. Minimize risk of failure by specifying and visualizing the goals you want to achieve in life. Tip number 16. Overcome fear of success. Acknowledge your fears of being successful. Write your doubts and insecurities down in your journal as well as your answers to your negative thoughts. Tip number 17. Stay committed to your goal. Have a solid plan in place and give your 100% best effort so you can persevere in times of challenges. Tip number 18. Avoid and reject temptations. Stay away from tempting offers and distractions that will only take your attention away from fulfilling your goals. Tip number 19. Reward yourself. Set up a reward system for your short-term, medium-term and long-term goals. Choose a fitting reward for every milestone you achieve. Tip number 20. Delay gratification. Practice on your self-control and try to get a little more work done before finally rewarding yourself.